Hello everyone, so glad to have you again. This is Pharmacist Coley, and in this video there's so much to learn. And during this period, please you can like, share and subscribe, and please also want to encourage you to leave a comment below. Thank you. The current global upsurge in the cases of penis weakness is frightful and distressing. Even more alarming is the fact that younger males, I repeat, younger males are now presenting with this confidence-wrecking condition and are secretly yearning for a savior. And the most perplexing side of this, especially from a professional perspective, is that a huge percentage isn't due to actual sexual dysfunction, but just a figment of the imagination. Yes, imagined inadequacy. Isn't that baffling? Most men who have trouble with their penises are distressed because of the misconception they have that they don't measure up to some unrealistic and imaginary standard. These men measure themselves against standards built on fantasy, and they perceive normal bedroom occurrences, or you say normal bedroom experiences, as signs of failure. Please, can I humbly submit to your notice that boundless discrepancies exists among men with respect to their sex drive, their capacity, their preferences and satisfaction. Yet, most men worry that every little sexual peculiarity they have is a sign of abnormality. It becomes far worse if they have a disappointing or embarrassing sexual encounter, and before you know it, they snap into performance anxiety and destructive self-doubt. These feelings are monumental hindrances to your sexual happiness than having a pastor in your bedroom when you're making love. Self-doubt is the biggest and most stubborn adversary of the penis. I repeat, self-doubt is the worst and most frustrating enemy of the penis. And this self-doubt that is currently ravaging the minds of numerous young males is worsened by the current social media's obsession with pictures of males with enormous body build, which they erroneously believe will be tantamount to being a pro in bed. In fact, I've always been a fitness freak. Like, I've always been jogging and sprinting, but just recently I decided to add a bit of weightlifting, and suddenly I realized whenever I bump into my female friends, especially those ones that are more expressive, that are more vocal, they will be like, wow, you're becoming more muscular, you're gonna be good in bed. And I'll be like, what? What do you mean by that? Who, for crying out loud, has taught you that muscle size and not necessarily fitness correlates with your ability to satisfy your spouse? And I even realized that the males entertain such thoughts too. This is just a terrible fallacy, but that people have ignorantly bought into. I say this because one could have a massive body size and not be fit at all. So a number of young men now think that since they don't have a massive body size, they are inferior. This chips away at their self-esteem, and they carry this battered self-image to the bedroom. Then tell me why they won't have issues. Yeah, tell me why they won't have issues. The nature of the brain-penis axis is so delicate that a battered self-image or a fear of messing up can easily create a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think you're abnormal, if you are anxious about impressing her, if you are scared that you might disappoint her, those thoughts are most likely going to come to pass. And when it does come to pass, it creates a vicious circle. That is to say, self-doubt leading to penis weakness, causing an unpleasant sexual encounter, which demoralizes you. And then during the next sexual encounter, your anxiety heightens, making the unpalatable scenario to repeat itself. And it goes on and on and on. An injection of simple education and continual doses of reassurance from your doctor, your spouse, and most importantly, yourself is astonishingly effective at curing and resolving these types of penis wahala. Mind you, I'm not ruling out the fact that a number of physiological or medical conditions can cause penis weakness. Examples: arteriosclerosis, hypertension, diabetes, injuries, hormonal disorders, multiple sclerosis, reactions to medications, substance abuse, post-traumatic stress disorder, and even the physical effects of aging. But it is comforting to know that the medical world have made tremendous advances in the science of diagnosis and the treatment of penis weakness. And some tests help determine the exact cause. This I will address in another video. However, I want every young male out there to take this to heart, that your penis power is 10% between your legs and 90% between your ears. I repeat, your penis power is 10% between your legs and 90% between your ears. What do I mean by that? I mean that most of you have perfectly normal pleasure rods, and whatever problem you have or think you have originates in your mind. This is the case even if the problem expresses itself in the penis that refuses to obey orders. If you have a good mental image about your penis, or you believe you are good in bed as a young or middle-aged man, then you are. However, it's still advisable to consult an expert if it does persist. Please, I beg you, don't be swayed by the misconceptions and misinformation out there that is prevalent out there. Come to think of it, have you ever wondered why, when you stay in the midst of young men at a bar and their discussion tilts towards sex, all you would likely hear are widely exaggerated or completely imaginary tales of sexual exploits and how heroic they were in bed? You will never hear lines like, "Last weekend, I came in my pants even before Chioma had her blouse off." No. Or lines like, "I was about to engage my explorative device and suddenly it went to sleep." Never! You won't hear them say that. But that doesn't mean scenarios like that don't play out. The truth is, it does, and does play out worldwide on a daily basis. You can ask our ladies, you can ask them. Please know this thing I'm about to say and no peace. Ignore it to your own peril. Every man, I repeat, every man has at one time or another lost an erection or ejaculated sooner than he would have liked. Every man is at times not interested in sex. Every man has at one time or another failed to satisfy a partner. That's the truth. This doesn't mean there's a problem if it does occur once in a while. Men with this understanding march on unperturbed, and this mindset preserves their penis image and power. Holding on to a memory of a failure will surely become the beginning of your own undoing. Friend, no shaking. March on, you are still the boss. Yes, you are still the boss. At this juncture, I want to say thank you for watching. And before you go, kindly like, subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell because more are coming. Until then, remain a heart lover. Thanks.